The Crowded Room's final episode is getting closer, and all I can say is that the show is getting better and better. Without further ado, let's dive in, because we have a lot to talk about. The episode starts with Matt. He goes into a bar and finds Marlon. When Marlon learns that Matt is a cop, he immediately gets uncomfortable. I wonder why. We learn his arm is hurt, and even though he says he was stabbed, we all know the truth, right? Maddie believes Candy was lying. She wasn't with him when the Rockefeller incident happened. I can't believe Candy is still trying to cover for him. I just can't. I don't know about you, but I think deep down she knows what Marlon did to Danny. So it's a huge disappointment for me. After that, we see Danny and Rya trying to make progress about his past. He really tries to cooperate and understand his condition. Then we see Stan and Rya have their disagreements about their strategy. Because the pre-trial was a fiasco, and they didn't even believe identity disorder was a thing, Stan wants to use Marlon as an excuse. He wants to convince everyone that the shooting was personal. His intention is to give people an understanding about Danny's life and what Marlon did to him, but he doesn't want to use the identity disorder card. Instead, he believes he can get him a reasonable sentence. On the other hand, Rya says Danny needs treatment and he can't go to jail. She believes he can't survive there, and without a proper treatment, he'll only get worse. Moving forward, we see Danny in jail, and he has a visitor. Guys, it's Ariana's boyfriend, Jerome. He says the newspaper says Danny has split personalities, and he's just curious. It's actually really heartbreaking to see them together. While Jerome believed he was with Danny, he doesn't even remember what has happened between them because Ari was in control. In another scene, we see Danny and Rya once again. She tries to find every single altar's place in Danny's life. She understands that Yitzhak was for protection, and Ari was to take over Danny's problems and loneliness. Her goal is to merge his altars, and Danny seems excited for that, even though he believes he'll end up in jail. At this point, we get to see what really happened when we saw Yitzhak were there to protect Danny, and I want to say that it's really amazing to watch Tom Holland recreating those scenes as Yitzhak. He begins to remember the true forms of events. And like I said, it's really amazing to watch those scenes. After that, we see Jerome is back to see Danny again. He's really considerate, and I can say that he really does care for Danny. He acts like they're meeting for the first time, and he introduces himself and tells how they met. I believe it's really difficult for them both, but I also believe that Jerome may be helpful for Danny to get better. At this point, his support is really important. Danny feels emotionally validated and appreciated while spending time with him. After all, Ari was for his loneliness, and Jerome might help him about that. Then we see Rya trying to learn more about the altars, and this time, it's about Jack. His existence is merely because Danny has daddy issues, and he desperately needed his father's love and approval. I believe those scenes are really important, especially for the viewers who haven't seen things clearly. With these scenes, we learn each altar's importance and how the things have really happened. I really love how this show decides to clear every single possible question mark in the viewers' minds. It doesn't abandon you with lots of different theories, and instead, it gives you the truth. I don't know about you, but The Crowded Room is definitely one of my favorite shows in 2023. Now it's time for Mike and Johnny. We understand, and I believe we already knew that Mike was the cool one. On the other hand, Johnny was the one who likes to have fun, maybe a little too much. What do you think? They both were there to help Danny communicate with others. Rya believes his altars are actually Danny, and now it's time Danny to take control of everything. As the trial gets closer, Jerome visits once again. He says that it's his last visit, and I'm actually sad to see him go. But he says he was hoping Ari was still there in his every visit, so it's not fair for both of them. What do you think? I believe most of the people in Jerome's shoes wouldn't even bother or would be too scared to visit Danny at those times, so it was good for him to be there, even for a short while. After that, we see that Ari shows up and talks to Jerome. We learn that she wants to say goodbye to him, and I hope she won't push it harder to take control over Danny or ruin the progress. Anyways, we earlier saw that Marlon went to talk to the prosecutor, and apparently he told her that he tried to protect Danny, so he didn't tell the truth about him being shot. My words aren't enough to describe my hatred for him, so I won't even try, so I'll pass this one. Stan tells Rya that she should convince his mother about Danny's condition. So far, Candy was as if she's blind. I don't know if she'll believe Rya or even try to help him. Meanwhile, we see that while Danny was sleeping, Johnny shows up, and I just can say that he's planning to do something really bad. I'm afraid Ari showing up to talk to Jerome changed things a little, and Danny's vulnerable to his split identities. Do you think Stan and Rya will manage to save Danny somehow? Will Candy finally try to protect her son? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you soon.